What was I supposed to do when my best friend told me his darkest secret? Me and Danny had been best friends since second grade. We did everything together: skateboarding, video games, failing math tests, the usual stuff. His parents were super strict though, way stricter than mine. They had cameras all over their house, tracked his phone location, made him check in every hour when he went anywhere. Danny always joked that his parents thought he was gonna join a gang or something. We were 16 and neither of us had even gotten detention before. One night in March, Danny called me at like 11 p.m. His voice sounded weird, shaky, and quiet. He asked if he could come over right now, said it was an emergency. I snuck downstairs and let him in through the back door. My parents were asleep and I didn't want them asking questions. Danny looked awful, pale and sweaty with this terrified look in his eyes. We went down to my basement and that's when he told me. His dad had been stealing money from his work for over a year. Not small amounts either, like thousands and thousands of dollars. Danny found out by accident when he borrowed his dad's laptop for a school project. He saw spreadsheets with two sets of numbers, one set that matched his dad's company records and another set that showed the real amounts. His dad was cooking the books, moving money into hidden accounts. I didn't know what to say. Danny's dad was this respected accountant, volunteered at church, coached Little League. He seemed like the most boring, normal guy ever. Danny said he'd been sitting on this information for 3 weeks, too scared to tell anyone, but it was eating him alive. He couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, felt sick all the time. His dad had no idea Danny knew. I asked him what he wanted to do about it. Danny started crying, which I'd never seen him do before, not even when he broke his arm in 5th grade. He said he wanted to turn his dad in, but was terrified of what would happen. His dad would go to prison. They'd lose their house. His mom would hate him forever for destroying their family. But if he stayed quiet, he was protecting a criminal. His dad was stealing from a company that had like 30 employees, regular people with families who depended on that business. I sat there thinking about what I would do in his situation. It was an impossible choice. Destroy your own family or let your dad keep committing crimes. Danny asked me if I thought he was a bad person for not reporting it immediately. I told him no, but I also said someone had to stop this eventually. We stayed up until 4 a.m. talking through every possible option. Report it anonymously, tell his mom first, confront his dad directly. Nothing felt right. A week went by and Danny was getting worse. He started skipping school, stopped answering my texts. His mom called my mom asking if I knew what was wrong with him. I lied and said I didn't know. Then Danny showed up at my house again, this time in the middle of the day. He said he'd made a decision. He was going to report his dad to the company's fraud hotline anonymously. Let them investigate and discover it themselves so it wouldn't come from him directly. It felt like a coward's way out, but honestly, I understood. How do you destroy your own father's life, even if he deserves it? 2 weeks later, Danny's dad got arrested at work. The company had found the hidden accounts, the fake records, everything. It was all over the local news. Danny's family fell apart exactly like he predicted. His parents got divorced, his mom had to sell the house. Danny moved to a different school district to live with his aunt because his mom was too angry and depressed to take care of him properly. Before he left, Danny came over one last time. He thanked me for listening and not judging him. Said he still didn't know if he did the right thing, but at least he could sleep at night now. I asked him if his dad ever found out he was the one who reported it. Danny said no, his dad thinks it was an internal audit. I never told anyone about Danny's secret, not my parents, not my other friends. But sometimes I wonder if I should have helped him find a better way. Some secret where there's no good answer, just a choice between bad and worse.